Good morning, this is Mark here with my chant. Recently, a brother from Cameroon asked the following question: where are all the 100% BAFAW women? Many people responded, and this response is poured in from young guys, young girls, and old men, old women. But for me, this question really hurt. The question hurts because it translates to any of the following things. One, there are no more pure breed BAFAW women who are easily reachable to this brother. Two, the tribe is being diluted that we cannot find 100% pure breed. And for me, pure breed means the father is BAFAW, the mother is BAFAW, the great-grandparents are BAFAW. Not very many of us in that category still exists. The other thing is that our tribe is just disappearing. And the most painful thing for me is that this brother feels alone, isolated, and detached from his community. I do not have all the answers, so as somebody who is not married to BAFAW, I tried thinking this through on my own level. Why am I not married to a BAFAW? Seriously, why am I not married to a BAFAW? As much as a BAFAW I am, my father, great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather has the chieftaincy of the largest BAFAW tribe in Nong family. And my mother from an independent but disappearing BAFAW hierarchy in Kumba, the Makia family. So why am I not married to a BAFAW girl? I come up with a few answers when I was looking at this. One, access. I did not plan to be married when I met either of my wives. Both times that I've been married. Okay, hold on to your underwear. I'm not married to two women. I'm not a polygamist. I was married, divorced after 30 plus years, and then luckily remarried again, and it's been going on for 10 years. All right, here it is. Exactly 3 weeks. 3 weeks exactly after my 20th birthday, I left Cameroon. And when I left Cameroon, I had a girl in mind whom I thought was going to accompany me to the US once I got settled down. This is a long time ago. Don't think about today's conditions. This was a long time ago. But she dumped me about 2.5, 3 months after I had left for another BAFAW brother, which was nice, okay? So here I am in a foreign land, and I'm the only Cameroonian, not to even talk about BAFAW, the only Cameroonian for thousands of miles around. In those days, we didn't have thousands of Cameroonians in the US. I know that because we started the CAMSA thing that's been going on now in Washington, D.C. around 73. So being alone, what do you do? Do you hold on that 4 or 5 years later you'll go back to Kumba and look for a BAFAW girl? Well, nature has to take its course. I met and married who I met and married. She was not even Cameroonian. She was not black. She was white. But proximity and access had a lot to do with who I married. That's who was close to me. So what do I advise? It's different today. I advise you make yourself accessible to the opposite sex. Number two thing that I came up with is that timing and the upbringing has a lot to do with it. It used to be in the BAFAW villages that most marriages were pre-arranged. A neighbor has a boy, the other neighbor has a girl. These kids start growing up about 3, 4, 5 years later. The parents, usually the boy's parents, will say, that little girl there, maybe we should make a good wife for our son. So they approach the girl's parents. And one thing would lead to another, the cultural things will happen, and the next thing you know, that little boy is still 5 years old, has a one day, that means gets engaged to this girl. And as they grow up, they are told that they are going to be married. The people did not argue those things in those days. And it worked. It worked real good because some of us are products of things like that. And I know quite a few people for whom who are very elderly now, quite a few, most of them are dead, who got married through this way. So that period worked out okay for people in those days, and boys and girls were brought up to expect that that is how they were going to be married, not today where you better not even say that to a young lady that you've found a husband for them. They want to make their choices. It's okay. It's the time period that we're in. Then the question that I have is that maybe the BAFAW parents are not actually instilling the BAFAWness in their children. I have traveled the BAFAW villages through the years. I've sat down with the older generation, my generation, the younger generation from Kokobuma, which is the furthest BAFAW village north, to the most southerly BAFAW village, Dika. I've been there, talked to these people. It is not uncommon that you walk into a home and you find a man and his wife who are in their 70s or 80s, and their elderly son, who's in his 50s or 40s, living in the same house with them. And he has a daughter who is 9, 10 years old going to school without the daughter's mother, but they are all living in the same house. So this grandfather is there with his children, and there's no daughter-in-law. It's sad. But go over to the northwest or to the western region where the Bamilekes live. A young man gets of age, the parents realize that, hey, this man is becoming a man, usually around 16, 17, 18. And the parents will encourage this man to go find his own country. And I go to that area and I meet young men and say, oh, I would like for you to come and visit my country. This country you're talking about is their own home, detached from their parents' home, up on another hill. This fosters independence. in the kids. And being independent means that it provides the conditions for which these young men naturally would want to find partners to habitate with them. And usually they would find those within the tribe around where they are. So maybe we should rethink this idea of living in the same house with our children and grandchildren and putting them between our legs like chickens forever. They should be kicked out and go out and find their own place to live. My thinking. The third thing is one that would bring a lot of arguments, but that's fine. Is it God's plan? I do not think God plans for the BAFAW tribe to disappear. No, I do not think so. But then when we meet and marry people outside of the tribe, is it God's plan? Oh, yeah, I think so too. Okay, I'm arguing both ways. Kill me if you want to. You form your own idea. So I married who I married. None of them is BAFAW. It's the way it is. But I have to tell you that I admit, now that I'm married, I see a lot of eligible BAFAW girls when I go to meetings, and I wonder, and I say, okay, where are the young men here all running around, not marrying these girls? Well, I usually hit myself and say, well, somebody else might ask me the question, why didn't you marry BAFAW? Is it God's plan? Yes, no. The next thing is marketing. Are we marketing ourselves properly? I'm not talking about going to Kumba Market every day, which is not a bad idea. That if you're going to Kumba Market, go to Kumba Market well dressed up, and maybe you run into a BAFAW boy there, but unlikely, because our culture, women don't do the shopping. Not all of them are like, the men don't do the shopping in the market. Not all men are like me. I like going grocery shopping. I don't like going shopping for clothes and other things like that, but I like going grocery shopping. So you probably would find me in the market, but I'm sorry, I'm already married. Okay, if you are a man, you are a young man on Facebook. I open your Facebook page, and every other picture that I see is a picture of you with a big cigar between your fingers and lots of bottles of beer, whiskey, gin, and whatever other alcoholic thing you guys put on your tables. And you and your friends and having a wonderful time. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with having a wonderful time, but do you know that Facebook has become a marketplace? So when a young lady, eligible young lady who's looking for a husband, sees your Facebook page and sees all these bottles of wine and bottles of alcohol and cigar between your legs, what does she think? Does she go, oh, he will make a wonderful husband? Or does she go, that one, me, I go be house will begin them every night where while in go they enjoy with in friend them for Boya Road, for all that nightclub them. Think about it when you post pictures on your Facebook. I'm not saying that you should be deceitful. If that's your nature of partying, well, go ahead, knock yourself out. But I doubt that I will encourage my daughter to go out with you. All right, women, you are a young lady. First of all, why are you on Facebook if you are not putting your picture there? Why are you there? It's supposed to be Facebook. Put your face, okay? At least put one picture there. That's a side thing. Well, for young women, you post your pictures on Facebook, all right? And every one of them, you have a big kaba on. Let me tell you what my dear mother, who is dead, told me. She said, Moses, called me by that name. That's what my father and mother called me. She says, be careful, even looking at women who are always in cover, because we women hide things under that cover that as a man you may not like it once that cover gets off. I am not knocking cover. It's a beautiful traditional thing. It has its place. But that should not be your mot de jour every day on the cover. I look at every picture you have cover. What's going on? Once in a while, wear something that shows your form, that you are proud of, that I can look at as a man and be proud of having that next to me. We men are very visual. I don't care. We are visual. It's the way we are made. We look at it, we look at the form, it's beautiful. We usually go dun 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 dun. That's what happens. Okay? So what do you do to have that form that will make my hands go tin 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 dun 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 dun? Take care of your health. Eat well. Do not gorge yourself. Make sure that when you hold your arm up, there isn't a mud guard under there flapping in the wind. Okay? When you sit, you should be able to sit as a lady with your knees together. You should not sit in a way that you are forced to spread your legs 1 meter apart because you have to make room for your stomach to also sit on the same chair. I'm not being cruel. I'm being honest, because we men, we are visual. So take care of yourself. Market yourself well. So the next one goes to both men and women. Why isolate yourself? Why are you not in an age group in Jangi, in the community where you live, in Kumba, in Krume, in Yaoundé, in Douala, in Kokobuma, in Bamenda, in Gaoundé? Find BAFAW groups and join them. Okay? I go to Cameroon very often, and I meet parents. As I said, I travel to the villages. I love my villages. I get on my bike and I go there, and I meet people who say, oh, Mwanmi Adefan Sambamimo, which means my child is over there. Greet him or greet her for me. Yeah, most people do not. The concept of how large the United States is not easily grasped by a lot of people back home. I can honestly say that I am the longest living BAFAW person in the United States. I came here at 20, and at that time, I honestly do not know any other BAFAW guy who was here. The closest tribe to us that I knew was Bakosi. There are very few of us out here in the US. But it would be nice if all of you coming to America before you check in with me, okay? I'm just kidding. But at least join BAFCUDA USA, join BAFCUDA Belgium, join BAFCUDA France, join BAFCUDA Yaoundé, join BAFCUDA in Cameroon, join the BAFAW Youth Association in Kumba, join the Krume BAFAW group in Kumba, Krume BAFAW group in Yaoundé, join that cultural group. You and parents, when you go to these groups, take your young ladies along, take your young men along, let them interact with other BAFAW people. That way they can start developing their identity by seeing other BAFAW kids of the opposite sex and knowing that, hey, we do have beautiful BAFAW people amongst ourselves. It works on the mind, and the mind develops that way that you start thinking of BAFAW. It's not complicated. And well, to my brothers who are looking for 100%, if you don't find 100%, find 50%. And if you are blessed with one BAFAW man or girl who is 50%, I pray you make sure that you teach them the BAFAW dialect. That is what we have lost, and that's the greatest factor in the loss of tribal identity once you lose that dialect. It is a shame to me that my children do not speak BAFAW. I had one son when I went back to Cameroon who could say Buyele, Yan, Mama, Yan, and Alibam, such and such and such and such. But 0% of them now even understand a word in BAFAW. I am ashamed of that. I hit myself on the head because my kids hit me on the head that I did not teach them their dialect. Please teach these kids BAFAW, even if they are 50%, and take them to the village as often as you can. Okay? So, maybe I could combine that and say that the environment in which you grew up also has a factor. The world with the internet has become one small ball. You look at the Facebook, you can hardly find a country from Afghanistan or to Zimbabwe that you will not find a BAFAW person over there. I am amazed when I'm lazing about and looking at Facebook and seeing BAFAW kids in different places. And be honest, if you are available, let people know who you are. Tell them you are single. Nothing wrong with that. You do not know where an interest will come from. For the BAFAW guys, you see somebody, go home, please, once in a while. There are BAFAW girls there, believe me, that would make very good wives. Sacrifice. Take them along with you and help them grow. And for BAFAW women, what is wrong with you going home and looking for a BAFAW boy? Nothing wrong with that. The environment today encourages that. Women are independent. You can do that. And I just hope that I just hope that the BAFAW tribe does not disappear. I'm trying to do my best. I'm collecting pictures of elders and I'm interviewing young people. Unfortunately, I lost my camera, as you may have seen in one of my videos, and the stupidest thing I did was I left a storage card which has this BAFAW history in it, and it's going to take me another year to try and go back and interview people. But go to bafawtribe.org. Just know that very soon that website will be so active with BAFAW boys and girls who are available for you to marry. And God be with us all. God bless BAFAW village and the BAFAW villages, and God bless the BAFAW tribe. I hope you boys and girls can meet and marry within the tribe. Mbu ese kenabagu nye bambafo abodinje bambandem soon nye latan nye volan andinginye mbu ebafo ese kenabagu bele makia ipia ninde mwana kruma sakaminya.